what kind of workspace environment is, I don't know, what's the best environment to create? What's the most important? That create, collaborate, concentrate? I personally would think, do I concentrate more at home? I would have thought yes. But then again, this morning before we set up this call, I've got the dog barking in the background, I've got the children somewhere. So I actually do realise I concentrate best at the office now. And where do I collaborate best? Well, kind of everywhere. What we're doing now is obviously what everyone's got used to, the kind of Zoom environment. But there's only, I actually want to see you and, talk normally in a coffee shop. Is that the best place? So I don't know, how can we set the office up better? And well, regardless, so we have a huge budget, what would be a perfect environment? I know you work from a fantastic office in Brighton, which you had sort of quite separate areas, didn't you, for collaborate, create? So what are you finding that the agencies are saying ideally they need to change now?
I think the first thing is to talk to the people involved, because everyone has a slightly different perspective. And for introverts, this has been an absolute bonus in terms of productivity. They haven't had to have that assault on their senses the minute they wake up in the morning to go do the commute, go straight into work with other people. They've got a bit of thinking space. So I think we need to understand how people think clearly and think creatively. Then we can look at the spaces and the time that we do this as well. Does everyone have to do 9 to 5? Absolutely not. I think we know that's been thrown out the window now. Brilliant. Let's all crash onto the road at the same time. That's insane. Better for the planet if we don't as well. So how can we create spaces that echo what we've got at home? If we've got a good working environment at home, we can concentrate, because we know there's plenty of people that can't, as you've just said. And I also feel sorry for people starting out in their careers. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I first started, it was like a paid social life. It was absolutely amazing. It's like, oh my God. And it's when you start to make your network connections, and you don't even think about it like that at the time, but it's when you start to get involved with other people, and you start to make those brilliant connections that you'll have for life. And a lot of people who've started work in this environment haven't got that deep connection. No matter how good the onboarding is, if it's remote, it's harder to get that cultural connection. So I think from an office environment perspective, you need to have places where people can concentrate either on their own or where they can see others, and if they need help and support, they can ask for it. But also spaces where they can collaborate, that there's you get away from the tech. You don't need all the computers. You're actually having human conversations, because we're not robots yet. So how can we have a conversation with each other in an environment that's actually quite vibrant, where it's colourful, there's comfy seating. It doesn't have to be a desk and a chair anymore. And all these screens that we have in the background actually can take away from our creativity. Can we have spaces outside of the office? I mean, that's
yes, please.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? But if we've got benches outside, or we've got green spaces, or can we go to the beach? What have we got around us that we can make use of? So think about the office as the hub and the place where we want to create a bit of FOMO for people thinking, I want to go in because that's where the fun stuff happens. But what beyond the office before you get to home? So there's lots of spaces we can think about and open up our minds to saying, actually, all of that is accessible to all of us.